Hi guys, welcome to a video, and in today's video I'm just going to be rating lesbian love scenes out of lesbian movies. Ooh, forbidden. Never seen before. Well, actually this is part 2, so you have seen this before. If you've seen part 1, if you haven't seen part 1, count yourself lucky. Yeah. So let's start with the film, The Miseducation of Cameron Post. I mean, Chloe Moretz is a little bit fruity. She is, so when she plays a fruit on screen, it always looks organic. It's organic fruit. That is how I would describe these love scenes. Cameron Post looks like a handsome prince laying it down upon her princess, and I appreciated that. This film is just really well made, and the love scenes are no exception. They're intimate and purposeful, and Chloe Moretz is just giving organic fruit energy, and I love her so much. I have such a crush on her, I do. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. I am. Next up, we have the film A Perfect Ending. Do you know what? I like this scene. I did. It does have a bit of an adult film sheen to it. I admit it does, but I still enjoyed it. I did. I enjoyed it for personal reasons. Do you know what? I think it's the older woman element that is always relevant to my interests. It is. The kisses are quite gingerly, but at the same time, this scene is quite explicit. The editing is also slightly questionable. There's a lot of random close-up shots and like cross-dissolve transitions. And I do feel like it kind of went on for a little bit too long. Like they definitely could have shortened the scene and it still would have had the same impact. But I like it. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. I am. So next up, we have the film that people have been asking me to talk about for the longest time, The World to Come. Okay, so the love scenes in this film are the only scenes that I've watched of this film, and that was enough for me. Let's just put it that way. The positives are Vanessa Kirby. She is so gorgeous. I mean, she is just another, oh my god, she is just a goddess. So beautiful. Like, you're just like, wow, do you really exist? That's not, I wouldn't touch without consent. I'm just like, wow, you know. I loved Vanessa Kirby in The Crown. I am a huge fan of her. So to see her in a lesbian scene, I mean, I should be happy about it, but I'm not, because I felt like the love scene in The World to Come was so rushed and awkward. I know there's going to be some fights in the comments section about my opinion, but I have to keep it real. I just felt it was rushed. It was awkward. I feel like this film is cursed. I have to be honest. It just felt to me like they were both doing the dishes reluctantly. That is the energy that the love scene in The World to Come was giving, and I don't understand. And I could tell Vanessa Kirby was like putting the work in, it just wasn't landing, and I think that's a lot to do with the fact that there was a lack of lesbian input with this film. Let's just put it that way, and it shows. I hope she does another Sapphic role in the future, then we can all finally kind of forget about this film and pretend it doesn't exist. 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10. Next up, we have the film Kiss Me. Look, Swedish women, it's like looking at the Northern Lights, you know, it's just always nice to look at. What am I saying? Swedish women are very beautiful. There we go. So of course this scene is a good time. It is. I have to say I was distracted by like the glowing lamp thing they have in the background, and I spent the entire scene like wondering where I could get my hands on one of those lights because they look really, it was distracting. Yeah. But apart from that, this scene was pretty airtight. It was well directed, well choreographed, very intimate. Like both actors kind of showed up for this scene, and it takes a lot of like vulnerability to do this kind of a scene. So yeah, it's very good. I give this scene an 8 out of 10. I do. Next up, we have the film When Night is Falling. Wow, this is one of the best love scenes that I've ever seen. This really kind of blew me away. I can't believe I've never seen this scene before. Like, this scene was suggested to me and it has kind of like blown my mind that I might never have watched this if somebody had not suggested it. So yeah, I was eating good with this scene. I was. Everything is perfect. The lighting, the cinematography, the intimacy, the connection, the direction. direction, the choreography, mwah, all of it's just so, so gorgeous. The director knew what she was doing. It's not her first time at the rodeo. It's not her first time at the rodeo, it's not. She knew what she was doing. I would like to get to know her. That is all. If you haven't seen this film, you should see it, because just for this scene alone, oh my god, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Next up, we have the film Tell It to the Bees. Okay, so I quite like this film. I do, but I feel like Anna Paquin just felt so awkward doing this scene, and that made it kind of awkward to watch. I felt like Holiday carried this scene. I mean, she was just kind of like, you know, getting on with things normally, but then Anna just brought this awkward energy into this scene. I felt like Anna was like avoiding having any real connection with Holiday in this scene. Like, she didn't really want to make eye contact with her. I don't know what was going on. Maybe she was just having like a bad day, or that's just the way she works, or it was overwhelming for her. I'm not really sure what was going on, but like, yeah, it was just, Anna seemed so awkward that it just made this scene awkward to watch. It did. It's not a bad scene, it's just not what it could have been, and that's a shame, because I really love all the other, you know, parts of this film. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. Yeah. Next up, we have the film City of Trees. I love this scene so much. So much. It just made me feel really soft and happy. I don't remember the last time I kind of like watched a film and then just felt immediately like soft and happy inside. I really, really love this scene. I do. What I loved about this scene is you could just tell how comfortable the actors were with each other, and there was like a real connection between them. There was some real kind of trust there, and that usually indicates like that they were having fun working, and it was like a fun working environment. And I mean, maybe that's just my projection, but like this scene just had such good vibes, and you usually only get that kind of scene if like everybody's comfortable and happy. So it's really nice to watch. There's so much intimacy, and there's lots of like little cute touches in this scene, and it just makes me soft. It's really cute. I like it. This is a 10 out of 10 for sure. Next up, we have the film Claire of the Moon. You know what? I can respect this scene. I can. I think this is one of the better love scenes, in the sense that neither of the actors were like afraid of each other. You know, they just really kind of I enjoyed it. I think, you know, both actors were very committed, and it's very tasteful. It's a very tasteful scene, and you know, there are some parts of it which are just appealing to me for personal reasons, especially certain areas that, yeah. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. And lastly, we have the film Summertime. Look, feminism, French women in their birthday suits. I mean, it's a whole cake of a film and love scene. I think what I love about the love scene, or scenes rather, in this film is the comfort level between the two actors. They just seemed very kind of like relaxed and happy. Like, not all of the intimacy between them was high tension. I mean, there was a little bit of high tension to begin with that I enjoyed, but you know, I love that these scenes showed various forms of intimacy, and that just being in your birthday suit doesn't always equate playing Scrabble. That's all I'm gonna say. I always enjoy seeing personalities on screen. I enjoyed it for personal lesbian reasons. I did. I give it an 8 out of 10. Well, that was an experience. It was. If you have any suggestions for a part 3, let me know down in the comments section below. If you're a lesbian, if you're a woman who enjoys lesbian love scenes, come and join the Sapphic Underground Club. Just come and join it. We have a lot of little lesbian cave dwellers, like little golem creatures, and they want to meet you. Okay, I could not think of a better way to put people off from joining. But as a plus, you will be supporting women's voices. You will, and this very important lesbian research that I conduct. Okay, don't forget to subscribe for instant disappointment, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!